Look at this. You know what we're looking at? You're looking at progress. We're finally making progress. I am now standing in what is going to become our new bathroom, and we're now finally at the phase of this project where we go from just demolition to actually building back up. Now, in case you're new here, I welcome you to join along on this journey of us taking this apartment located in an over 130-year-old building in the heart of Oslo and completely renovating it. Now, this apartment used to be a rental apartment with 5 individual tiny bedrooms, and we started this project by ripping all of that out. We tore down the internal walls and gutted everything. Then we ripped down the ceiling, which created an insane amount of dust. And then when we didn't think it could get any worse, we decided to rip up the floor as well, only to uncover literal tons of dirt. There's a couple of things that have happened since the end of the previous episode, that mainly being water and plumbing. Paul, one of the plumbers from Norsk Rørservice, came by and sorted out everything that needed to be sorted out before I can lay down the flooring in the bathroom. And boy, let me tell you, that sure was a bit of work. So first of all, we needed to sort out all the water lines that came into the apartment. That's these two guys right here. Now previously, those two both came up right here, one of which actually just came straight through this beam. And in order to get those lines moved and also not have an old pipe running through an old beam, we actually had to go in underneath the floor. Guys, just look at all this progress that we've been making. Paul here is doing a fantastic job. The water lines are all up in the wall. Everything is working. We sorted out the drain, and by we, I mean he did. I did none of the work. And Paul had to like lean down there while I held his feet and do all the connections down there.
Be a plumber, they say. It's fun.
So now the water line comes up through the floor, and it's all run in this tubing that has the water line inside of it. So if anything happens, it can always be replaced later on. He also replaced all the drain pipes for the shower since we were already down there. So now I've got the drain for the shower system right here. And he also added in this pipe, which will run in underneath the floor and come up here. This is the drain for our sink. I mainly focused on digging out all the dirt so we could get access to all this stuff and help out with some brackets to attach stuff to. But what we're left with now are a couple of really big holes, which we need to cover up before we move any further. My plan is to just cover all this up with some OSB boards so that it's closed off from the neighbors below. Then I can finally finish the framing for this bathroom so that once everything is level and screwed in place, we have a nice solid surface to put our floorboards on top of. And just like that, the whole floor structure, not only for this room, but also for the bathroom, is completely finished. The fiberboard in the bathroom will sit slightly lower than the rest of the room to compensate for the additional height of the cast floor with heating cables and everything. And yes, you might also have noticed that I refilled this entire section here with dirt just to cover up the pipes. Now in the last video, a lot of you guys had a lot of questions about the dirt, why it's in here in the first place, isn't it super heavy, why don't I remove it, what's the purpose of it? And well, that's just what they used back in those days. It's actually pretty good at insulating, it's not flammable, and I guess at the time it was really cheap when they didn't have any other options. Now to answer the question a lot of you guys had, which is why don't I remove all of it? Well, this is the 3rd floor, so I would have to carry all this stuff down or get a professional company to come suck it all out, which I guess I could do, but it would either be expensive or take a lot of time. And really the only thing I would gain is to be able to refill all of this with insulation material instead of the dirt, which also would cost money and take more time. So the dirt is here to stay. But I will add some insulation material on top of the dirt because there's a fair bit of extra space between the dirt and the floor now. And you know what? We're almost at that point where I can put down the flooring for good, glue and screw everything in place. There's a couple of things I need to do first though. The first one is that I've got this big pipe. This stuff is actually really cool. It's like a water pipe inside of a tube. This is the same stuff that the plumber used for all the other water pipes. Now this is the line that's gonna carry the hot water from there all the way over to the kitchen, which is the other side of that wall. And since I was gonna rip up and replace all that flooring in the living room shortly, we agreed that while I'm doing that, I can just run this water line in underneath the floor. But before we can get underneath the floor there, first we need to go through that wall. To do that, guess it's time to annoy the neighbors again. Plumbing is all done. I've just left a little bit of extra up there so that the plumber can do his thing when he comes back next time. Now the other thing I've started on is preparing some of the electrical boxes because some of the wires will run underneath the floor. And here's a really cool thing, because just like the water pipe that has the actual pipe inside of a tube, this electrical wire comes literally in the same way, a tube with the wires in it. And I've got like 100 meters of it, which I think will be nowhere close to as much as I'll need for this entire apartment. But it's a good start. Now this wire will go inside these boxes that I've already started attaching to the wall. Now these things are actually pretty cool. In here is where the switch or the outlets or whatever are gonna sit. And on the side here, they have these holes, and into those holes I can shove this tube, which clicks in place, and then the wires pop out of the box, connect a couple more, and we're good to go for electrician. Now, no, I'm not gonna do any of the connecting myself. I'm just gonna run these tubes with the wires inside. That way I can save the electrician for a lot of work, and he can do the important stuff, which is connecting all the bits together. Because by law in Norway here, you're not even allowed to do any of the electrical work yourself. You're allowed to run these tubes, but the connections, that's the part that the electrician has to do. I've already attached a couple of these wall boxes to different places around the room here. I've got one of them left. This one is gonna go right in the middle underneath the window. I'll just do a bit of measuring to figure out exactly where it needs to be. I'll cut that out with a multi-tool, and then once that's attached, we're ready to run some wiring before the floor finally can go on for good. Back to the dirt it is. But first, a quick ad from today's sponsor, Morning Brew. Morning Brew is a daily newsletter delivered to you Monday to Sunday. It keeps you up to speed in business, finance, and tech in just 5 minutes. It's a great way to start your morning. So let's face it, traditional news can be dry, dense, and boring. But Morning Brew is witty, relevant, and informative. By subscribing to Morning Brew, you can learn all sorts of cool and exciting things, like how scientists were able to take a picture of a supermassive black hole in the center of our galaxy, or how billionaires lost over $1 trillion this year. Or you can take their weekly news quiz to see how much you've stayed up to date with the news this week. If you're interested in business, finance, or tech, there's really no reason not to sign up to Morning Brew. Sign up for free now by going to morningbrewdaily.com/ALCH or click the link in our description below. It's completely free and it takes less than 15 seconds to subscribe. All the electrical is done. I've made sure to leave plenty of extra cable to go up through the floor into the connection points where they will be. I vacuumed the top of the entire structure that we built to make sure that the glue sticks properly. And now before we glue the floor down, it's time to fill all the remaining voids on top of the dirt with some insulation material. That way we get the best of both worlds with both dirt and insulation. Woo! Ugh. Now, because of the super irregular distance between everything here, it's gonna be a lot of trimming, but we'll make it work. All insulation is finished and placed in the flooring here. Since we're attaching the floor for good this time, I'll glue everything in place with some construction adhesive, and then I'll screw everything as well. I'll just do a good couple of lines here. Good amount here. That should be plenty. And since I'd already cut a bunch of these to size, this should be super quick. Plop them down. And now to attach these, we'll use some screws. So when I went to the hardware store to pick up some screws for these chipboards, I realized that they sell those things in these magazine type clips. And it just so happens that Metabo sent me one of their new brushless screw guns, and they originally sent me this for the drywall that we'll do later in the project, but I figured when in Rome, right? So let's see if this works. Awesome! Haha. All right, now this whole process with that screw gun and a lot of the things just cut in place already should go pretty fast. Whoop. All right, the last one here, we still need to cut to size. It's upside down. Turns out it's a good idea to cut the right side off of those boards. All right, that's it. That's the whole floor for both bedrooms done. It feels so good to not have to balance over all those beams anymore. Now, we've still got the floor in the bathroom left. Same exact principle, just that thing is a little bit lower. So while I get started on the floor in here, we've got a huge mess over in this room, which is a huge mix of building materials, a fridge, and all sorts of other stuff. Bill is currently tearing down our little plastic office. All of this will get moved in there so that we can start on the floor over in this room. Now this will be interesting because this room is a lot bigger and we need to fit all of this stuff in here and still have room to work in the bathroom. Let's see if I did this right. It's not bad on the first try. A bit of gap around that stuff is okay, but the drain here needs to have a pretty precise cutout. So I'll mark that now, cut it out, and then hopefully everything should fit. Look at that. Perfect. All right, same procedure as last time. A bit of glue, and then this thing go back on top. All right, next one. As you can see, we've done quite a bit of moving stuff around. We've now got most of the stuff from in there over on this side, and this side is mostly empty. Start by taking a couple of measurements, then get to cutting. Doesn't look too bad. We'll just repeat all of that with some additional braces, a bunch of glue, and a bunch of screws, and we should be good. This is the last puzzle piece, and then we're done with this floor, at least on half of the apartment. Let's hope it fits. I mean, who am I kidding? I've already test fitted this once. It fits, and I have to say, I am quite pleased by how well everything fits together. Now, that was the last piece of the puzzle to get all the flooring here done, and as you can see, we've already started to, let's call it, move in. We moved the cabinet that we have our clothes in that used to be in the plastic box. We moved that in here, then we moved the fridge, and we also somehow managed to move the washing machine by sort of surfing and sliding it over the beams and in here, because that thing is pretty heavy. Now the next step is repeating the entire process that we did in that room in this room as well. Last time we already started ripping up the floor. Same thing is gonna have to happen right there and there. I cannot wait to get rid of this dirt floor and finally have a continuous floor in the entire apartment. All right, but that will be it for this video. I'm super happy with the fact that we're finally starting to build stuff again and not just tearing down. I mean, we probably still have a week or two left living in this dirt, but we can at least see the light in the end of the tunnel. Now, in case you're tired of seeing us dig around in this dirt and want to build something for yourself, you can go check out my new Domestika course, where I teach you how to go from idea to finished product. We go through all the steps, everything from sketching, idea generation, 3D modeling, 3D printing, and assembling a piece of furniture that you can have in your own home. And I also have tons of other really cool stuff, both 3D files and build plans, and website, which is alch.shop. Well, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!